Hello and welcome to the MechWarrior Online Closed Beta. The NDA just got removed yesterday, so now I can finally show you some game footage. After you log in, this will be the screen that you will see. As you can see on the upper left, it will show your profile. Currently there's no images to select from. Right below that will be your mechs that you can select from. You get a selection of 4, but you can rotate what kind of selections you have in your mech lab up here. But right now what you see is trial mechs, and these will most likely be what you'll be starting with unless you bought into the founders package, which will give you some founders mech. But trial mechs are basically mechs that you don't have to repair or rearm. They're basically the mechs that you start off with, since you're not going to have any money when you start the game unless you buy some real money or MC credits. As you continue to play games, you'll earn C-bills, or these are credits that you will earn in-game. MC is something that you would buy with real money. And you will also gain XP, and also GXP, which I'm assuming it's guild experience. Now, it's interesting to know that when you use trial mechs, you will not gain experience. You will only earn money or C-bills. When you earn enough C-bills, you can come into your mech lab, and then you can select your own mechs, and you're able to purchase new mechs. As you can see, even the smallest mech costs quite a lot of C-bills. So the cheapest one will be 1.8 million C-bills, and right now I have 1.5. So the largest mech down here that you can buy is somewhere in the 11 million range. These are the largest assault mechs. Assault mechs are the largest mechs in MechWarrior, followed by heavies, then mediums, and then light mechs. Over here in the pilot's lab, when you gain experience, you're able to buy small little tweaks to your mech. So right here I have a Centurion selected, and as you can see, I have unlocked all of the basic little bonuses that I get to my mech. There's also a pilot tree, but it's currently not working. You can't actually buy anything from it. It is closed beta, so that's what you expect. And the factions tab and the store tab are currently not available right now. That's pretty much everything that we're going to talk about in this menu, so let's go ahead and jump in game. Now, if you don't have any access to founders mechs because you didn't pay in advance, then I would recommend the Hunchback as the first mech that you try. It's a medium mech. It's a good all-around mech. It provides some close range combat and also long range combat. Let's go ahead and hit the launch button and get the first game started. On this particular map, this is called a heat map, and that's because we are basically fighting right near a volcano. And what heat maps are is that it's very hard for your mech to lose heat. You'll notice that at the lower bottom where my radar is to the right, you see 6%, and that's my heat sink, or the amount of heat my mech currently has. If it reaches 100%, then my mech shuts down and I become an easy target, which is never a good thing. Now, what you'll notice is that volcano right over there is spewing smoke. If you go over there and you fight on top of that volcano, your mech won't actually be able to cool down. It looks like everybody's heading to the right, so we'll head to the right as well. You notice on my lower left, that shows a schematic of my mech, which is telling you how well your armor's doing. To my right is all my weapons. Now, if I use the up-down arrow keys to the right of your keyboard, you can go between your weapons groups. There are 6 of them, and if you select up and down, you can select each individual weapon. And if you use the right control button, only the right one, you can select and deselect it. This is to allow you to basically group your weapons into 6 different groups. If you notice that 3 and 4 are kind of blinking sequentially, that's because if you use the backspace key, you can turn sequential fire on and off. And what sequential fire basically means is that the weapon system will fire sequentially. So if I have 3 and 4 selected, it'll fire my missiles one after another. It won't fire them both at the same time. It's rather useful. Alright, so Right now I'm in a Hunchback, and the Hunchback, the way that it's set up in this trial mech, it's really only good for a support role, even though, you know, in Battletech lore, mediums are the backbone of every army. Due to the fact that a lot of people at this point have so well customized min-max mechs, this mech really isn't a brawler. It isn't really a close range fighter. You're much better off using those LMR-10 missiles to do damage, and when you run out of missiles, then you can go in close and just to fight it out. It's also really important to fight in groups. You'll notice that everybody went to the right. The reason why we're going to the right is that there's a lot of cover right here, which kind of hides our advance. And in most maps, being out in the open will get you very quickly dead. So we really haven't seen the enemy yet. Oh, there's enemy spotted over there. But we're really just headed straight towards their base, and it looks like they're doing the exact same thing. We might not actually see anyone in this particular fight. No. Let's see. Let's go ahead and... well, it's really not worth going at it alone. If you do, it's just an easy way to die. Yeah, and that is it. That's a rather crappy battle, but at least I got a chance to talk to you about the controls of MechWarrior. Well, it looks like we're in luck. I just went ahead and did another search to go to our second battle, and it's putting us on the same map, except it looks like we're starting on the opposite side. So you'll get to see the map from both angles. You'll notice that the volcano is much closer to us on this side of the map. Most of the time for this map, when you're fighting on this side, you're either skimming to the left of the volcano or to the right of the volcano. And let's see what our group composition is. We got a heavy, we got another Hunchback, and it looks like everybody's already moving into that direction. There's an Atlas, and there's another medium. It's a good idea to stick with the Atlas. Like I said, since we're playing a trial mech right now, you really aren't going to be a frontline fighter, and if you are, you're not going to last very long. The Hunchback, for the most part, isn't really a very fast mech. You know, top speed is about 60 kilometers an hour. You'll notice that a lot of light mechs will top over 100, and I think the assault mech right in front of me is around 40, but we're talking about the biggest mech in the game. And what you're noticing right now is everybody's pretty much taking up a defensive position, so I'm just going to cover our right flank then. And you'll see this a lot in MechWarrior. MechWarrior isn't a game where you just run out like crazy and try to fight. And as I said, that's just a good way to get dead, and you'll see a lot of new pilots do that, and it's really not a good way to fight in this game. I can lock on, and then I can... Oh, here comes some missiles. Time to move. It's very easy to get killed by missiles, so it's one thing that you're gonna have to be aware of. Biggest mech in the game, basically, so it's good to just stand back, fire some missiles, and if you'll notice on my upper right, when he lights up like a Christmas tree like that, that means my missiles are hitting, and they are good. I'm gonna go ahead and back up, find myself some more cover, and he goes down. A Hunchback, that's a medium, similar to mine. Notice since we're fighting right next to the volcano, it's so easy to gain heat. We're gonna have to try to get away from that volcano. Right now we have a good line set up, so it's actually a fairly cohesive group for a hug. We're gonna go ahead and try to use up the remainder of my missiles. Try to get a lock on this. Got this fighting up top. Heat. It's so hard to keep heat away from your mech in this map. Too much in the open for me. Let the Atlas take care of that. Alright, we're out of missiles. That means it's down to good old lasers. Unfortunately, lasers generate a lot of heat. That was it. Alright, it's time to move back to cover. That's a lot of enemies on that side. As you can see, fighting on the top of a volcano is rather annoying because you overheat quite a bit, especially in a trial mech, because you aren't very well suited in configurations to fight extended battles. At this point, let's see if you hit tab. Yeah, phew. Got one guy left. It's a catapult. He's probably not going to last very long. He's all the way at the base. He might be just AFK. It looks like he's firing. Let's see. That looks like a trial mech configuration right there. You'll notice on the upper left, or sorry, upper right, when you lock onto a target, you can see what kind of weapons that it's using. That looks like a trial mech configuration. Oh, it is moving. Never mind. You can also zoom in this game, so you take your shot. Okay, shooting my own guy wasn't a very bright idea. So. Have to worry about height in this game. I'm surprised that catapult's up there fighting. He's almost dead. He's smoking so much and yet still wants to fight. Yeah. You can tell just from 4 volleys I'm almost at full heat. How easy it is to gain heat on a heat map like this. And there we go. That would be the win. As you can see, since I'm in a trial mech, I don't gain any XP at all, and didn't get any kills. Got a whole bunch of assists, 264 damage, almost the lowest in my group. But this was a very good group. Probably is a part pre-made group, which is the reason why we won so easily. We were very cohesive. We stuck together very well. Got about 100,000 C-bills, which is pretty good overall. I'm probably gonna stick with the Hunchback for this entire episode, and then move to different trial mechs as we go into different episodes. Right now we're heading into River City, so this is a map with a lot of buildings, so it's easy to avoid LMR missiles, and it's also got a lot of water. And one important thing to note about water is that if you have heat sinks, so things that draw heat away from your mech so that you can cool down faster, if you have them in the legs and you're actually in the water, those heat sinks are actually, I think they're 50% more effective. It looks like somebody's saying to defend the base. So I'm pretty sure we are on the south side of the base. Let me check real quick once this starts. So okay, now we're up north, and this is actually a very defensible position. So it looks like what we're gonna do is we're going to defend our side of the map. Not sure if that's what everybody's gonna do, but we'll see. So we got a couple of mediums, one heavy. That's an awesome right there. So that's an assault mech. That's our heaviest mech. Alright, so let me get up front and start being useful by using my missiles. Raven, that's a light mech. It's really not worth shooting missiles at a light mech. They move so fast and they're so hard to hit. Looks like we have one of, yeah, that's one of our light mechs heading out. Really, in order to use missiles effectively, you need light mechs as spotters. What I mean is that as they go out and when they target the enemy, they'll relay those targets back to you, in which case you can lock on and then fire your own missiles. That's really the only way to use LMR missiles to their full effect. Looks like they're coming in for a heavy assault. Let's move over and see what's going on. And here comes all of their missiles. So, return the favor. Most people, when they assault this base, will come on the I'm not gonna last very long against this guy. We've got dual Gauss cannons, very, very popular build. A lot of mechs here. Yeah, pretty much. Here's our awesome mech, and he's getting beat on. Let's see, he's got 4 large lasers, streak of missiles. I'm not sure why the he's all the way out there. And there's our commando. He's our light mech. And standard build. Looks like he's hanging out at the enemy's base and trying to get some capture points if he stays inside that red square, I guess. Uh-oh. It looks like he's got some company. He's got a Raven and a Hunchback after him. It's never a good idea. Never a good sign. Sound that's going off is basically his anti-missile system working his hardest to keep those missiles away from him. Not doing a very good job. This was a very good game. They had a coordinated attack against us. I'm really not going to skip any battles. I figured I'm just going to go ahead and roll through this and just to show how it's like playing as a pug. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some very badly. That's just how it is. Alrighty, looks like we're back to the heat map again, and there really isn't a whole lot of maps available right now, so you end up seeing these maps all the time, so you get used to them real quick. So it's kind of weird, but when your match is about to start, you can't actually do anything. You can't even, well, you can't talk to your teammates. Never mind. Although in a pug, you really rarely ever say anything. Let's see what we got. We got a commando, we got a heavy mech, we got an assault. Yeah, we got 2 assaults. See one marching along over there. And I'm basically gonna go where they go. One of the most important buttons that you're gonna have when you play MechWarrior is the stop button, and it's bind to a very weird key. I think it's bind to X, which is really annoying to press. So I just went ahead and rebinded it to Q, and it looks like everybody's heading towards the left side of the volcano. So I'm gonna take up positions up here, see if I can do a little missile spotting. And it's always good to try to protect your mech on one side, and we'll see what we can see. So zoom out, see if there's anybody heading across the valley. Doesn't seem like it. Probably oh, we have a catapult heading through there. That's a fairly large size mech to be heading through. Looks like this group's pretty good in terms of sticking together. Oh, you can tell right there that that's an assault mech coming through, but because we don't have a light mech doing any spotting, I can't get a target on him, and I won't be able to actually take any missile shots at him. So I'm just basically waiting for a lock. Looks like the majority of them are heading over to the left ridge, and those might be headed for me. I think they are. Nope, they're headed for people right in front of me. Now, the entire group going back to get a light mech, that's a little overkill, but whatever. It's just how it is in a pug. They react a little overzealously. Let's see if we can at least hold this flank so that we don't get too killed when they come across. There's that. What is that? That's definitely an assault mech coming through. And that's a Jenner, basically giving he's right at 1,000 meters, so you can just hit him. You can see some of my LMR missiles are bouncing off the ground because I'm not getting enough height. Game of patience. Yep. That's him firing at me, I know that much. Yep. Lock. That's because, well, trial mechs are just poorly optimized in terms of heat sinks, so it's just something you have to deal with when you're playing in trials. Alright, no, that's him. It's alright. He doesn't seem to have a very good aim, anyways. How many missiles do I have left? 50. Let's see if we can close. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can close the gap. Left. Looks like he's over here sniping. Well, I don't know what he's backing away from, so I'll go scout it out for him. Oh, there he is. Man, there's all. If I can stay right behind him. Alright, can't overheat though. Good news is that probably most of the heavy mechs are having the same issue. Yes, overheating is bad against a group of assault mechs. Alright, yes, I know. Are you serious? It's actually a very good thing that they're kind of focusing on me because I don't really have big enough guns to really be all that effective against these heavy mechs. So the fact that they're actually focusing on me is actually a good thing for my team. I'm basically being a big distraction. Surprised I've lived that long. Already taking out my right torso and basically in a hunchback, your right center, or I guess your right chest, I'm sorry, not torso, your right chest contains pretty much all of your weapons. So when that goes, pretty much all of your weapon system goes. Alright. Critical damage means is that your engine has been hit. In other words, your engine will pretty much end your life. You actually don't need to lose all of your armor in order to lose. You just need to lose a hit to your engines. And it looks like somebody already got the kill on him. Let's head on over to their base. There's probably somebody AFK. It's most likely what's going on. Although, splitting away from the group. Oh, okay. You're still alive. They still haven't gotten him yet. There's 3 mechs on him. I figured he'd be dead a long time ago. Must be a light mech. No, it's a hunchback. So, well, I'm surprised. And there we go. That's the end of the game. Actually, their side looked like they had some pretty heavy hitters, but then again, so did our side. Boy, I am unlucky today. So this is what, the 4th time we're playing on a heat map. There is actually also a cold map, a winter map, in which your heat sinks actually do a lot better because you are playing in a cold environment. But it seems like that will not be my luck today. Let's see. Let's take a look at what we have. That is a dragon, which is a heavy mech. Got a hunchback over there. Another heavy mech. And we've got a large group of people over there. Okay, we got 2 assault mechs over there. 2 assault mechs randomly firing. That's never a good sign for a pug. So, on a map of this size, you rarely ever see a group go to the right of the volcano. Most of the fighting usually is on this side, mostly because this is a nice ridge for cover. There's the volcano, which you really do try to stay away from because it's so easy to overheat. So, if I get to stay away from it, I'm a happy man. Looks like somebody's already found somebody to shoot at. These assault mechs, by the way, they're really hard to take down. So, I wouldn't waste. I don't know. I really wouldn't waste too many missiles on light mechs. They're so hard to hit, and it's so easy to break locks on them. This might be a bad idea to come up over here, but it looks like we got some people on this side as well. Group staying together fairly well, so. Oops, sorry. That was not. That was my bad. That was a friendly. Looks like we have all the light mechs over here. Oh, dang it. Alright. That right there is definitely an no, that's a heavy. It's drag. Good enough to get him to back off a little bit. I never like wasting my missiles on a light mech. It just seems like it's a waste of firepower. Actually a very weird situation to be in. We are really out in the open ground. What is this? This is a waste of missiles. Stay on this ridge and at least get some cover. The dragons are they are heavy mechs, but they move real fast. That looks like a dead mech. This is a heavy hitter. Whoa, okay, there's the whole group in the kitten. playing smart. We got 50 missiles left, and yeah, there's no way 50 missiles is gonna take down an Atlas. But shoot, gotta help out my buddy. He shuts down, I shuts down. Alright, time to move. Really? Distraction. Ouch. Sometimes, well, actually that was a base defeat. There really wasn't really all that many people dead, so they just basically captured our base. And once again, another heat map. So if you're watching this videos and you're wondering, man, this looks kind of boring. When you play Trial Mechs, it kind of is. But well, you know, when the open beta starts and everybody gets reset and everybody is either in a Trial Mech or a Founders Mech, although albeit if you're in a Founders Mech, you're really ahead of the game because you can actually customize those fairly early. But you're not going to be getting a lot of killing blows in Trial Mechs. Well, if you're an Assault, you'd have a better chance because there's so much more firepower in an Assault Mech. But the problem is that Assault Mechs they're kind of hard to play because they are so slow moving, and their turning radius or torso turning is very slow. So they're actually very easily susceptible to light mechs. Well, a good light mech player. It's very easy for a light mech to just stay behind an Assault Mech and take it down. In fact, some good Assault Mech players can take down medium mechs and heavy mechs with ease, just with 4 medium lasers. Let's see. That person looks like he's AFK. That must be a light mech. He's booking it over there. Let's go ahead and try to stick close to the big heavy hitters. As you can see, they move really slow, so well, although I'm only moving 20 kilometers an hour faster, even this light mech's kind of just making sure he's tagging along, I guess. But once you get out of the Trial Mechs and you're able to customize your mechs, basically put bigger guns on, it becomes a different game. It's a little bit more enjoyable. Plus, you know, if you really like MechWarrior games, you're probably going to end up joining a clan, guild, whatever you want to call it. And when you do that, it might end up being more enjoyable to you than pugging. Alright. Let's see if I can get a lock on this person. Probably a small little commando. He gets chased away. It's usually how it goes. Alright. Hopefully he pops out on the side. And look at that. 4 volleys. Oh yeah, there is a collision in this game, so you can collide and both fall over. Although if you're an assault mech and you hit a light mech, only the assault mech, or only the light mech falls over. There's not too many things that can knock down a... Yeah, if I can get a clean hit on him, I don't mind overheating. Oh, crap. And that's a gauze cannon. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. I don't know why he just ignored me. Okay. That was my bad. Shot at it. I can actually do some relevant damage. Alright, come on. Oh, sweet headshot. Got this guy to deal with. Alright. I wonder how the rest of the group's doing, because we're doing pretty poorly over here. Down we go. Actually lasted a lot longer than I thought. Alrighty, so we finally get a cold map in Frozen City. So in a cold map, your heat sinks work better, so it's actually a lot tougher to overheat. In fact, I'm sure a lot of the customized min-max mechs never overheat on this map. We'll see what we have. It looks like we're starting at the bottom of the map. And if well, let me take a look around before I comment about the map itself. I think I know where I am, but before I say anything, just want to make sure. Okay, so over there is a tunnel. So that's a cave that will lead all the way to the back of their base. So there's a tunnel over here. Over here is like a low zone, a very, very low zone, and usually nobody ever goes over there. 2 heavies. There's an assault mech. Don't know what that was. Didn't really get a chance to see it. The tunnel is usually good for assault mechs and heavy mechs. Things with a lot of firepower that can take a lot of hits in a small space, because, as I said, as this Hunchback in the trial mech that I'm using, it's really not all that good for close range combat. You're just pretty much going to get owned by anything that is a customized mech, which at this point in the closed beta, pretty much everybody's using a customized mech. Whoa, is that me or him? So right now where I'm parked at is... So right where I'm parked at right here this is like the main ridge, in which if you go over that ridge and there is a lot of people, you're gonna die. So peeking over that ridge is only recommended for things with a lot of health. Other than that, just sit back. Collision system is a little wonky sometimes. Sometimes it'll happen, sometimes it missiles have a minimum range, so once you enter in that middle range, then there's no sense of firing. That was great. Alright. Let's go ahead and target these. Because they're just sitting back there with the off stuff. And that's never good. Back up that way. And looks like all my mech is gone. And that's what happens when you far out. That was my mistake. And my bad. Although I have a feeling most of my team's already dead. Guy left, and he's a Raven. Unfortunately, all his weapons are knocked out. If you look at the lower right, he has no weapon, so he can try to go and cap, or he can run away for 10 minutes from a lot of people. I have no guns. Well, that is true. Hopefully he doesn't drag this out. Alrighty, back to Frozen City. Hopefully we get to start on the other side and I get the chance to talk about that. But we'll see which side we're on. Oh good, so we are on the other side of the map. So on this side of the map you kind of start up at a hill, and then the base though is a little bit down, so it does offer a little bit of protection if you want to defend this side, although the tunnel is so close to this side of the base that it's very easy to get attacked by two fronts. So over there would be the tunnel, and then on that side is just, it's kind of like a canyon. I'm actually not sure if you actually take damage when you collide with another mech. You might, but if it is, it's not very much. So let's see. Nobody's really headed towards the tunnel, from what I can tell. This side of the map, though, because there's so many buildings, it's actually kind of hard to fire missiles at people when you're on the other side. It's very easy to get away from, get out of line of sight, or have your building protect you from missiles. Alright, one dead and one disconnected. That's not a good start. Started a fight in the tunnel. Might be the best place to go at this point. See an Atlas headed up there, so where he goes, I go. AC-20 is down. Buddy, shot my own guy. This is why I hate tunnels. It's so easy to hit your own people. Although the first time it was just my fault. So I'm trying to get his Trial Hunchback can easily OP. So since he's 200 meters away, I can actually fire my missiles at him. Although, really, to be honest, the Atlas is probably doing all of the work. Well, either he doesn't notice me or just doesn't care. No, he does notice me. So let's just move a little bit, make it a little bit harder for him to hit me. Well, I knocked out his AC-10, or somebody did, so he's not as dangerous. has missiles too. But unfortunately, there's more of our guys here than their guys at this point. Alright, let's see if I can get some high ground. Yeah, most of that damage is probably from missiles, and this is probably the best way to play the Hunchback, which is, you know, the trial mech. It's really not to play the close range, and if you do, yeah, you just might you might end up having a very short game.